Yeah.
No risk of them losing it to MIBR, but still, Navi showing that they are mortal after all, and that they have to focus up.
Yeah, it was real impressive yesterday. But today, well, let's find out. It's Navi starting on the CT side and Faze on the T side. We've got some dualies out. We've got some chickens already being murdered. And we are going to get into the first round. Simple with 2 people backing him up. So a slight lean towards the B bomb site. And as Electronic is looking down the middle, because obviously they want to know early what's happening in A, if it is an A hit here, because then they can get those 3 people in B back. So I appreciate that they're doing that. And now that he's back from middle, he's actually up in the apartments instead. And Simple gets dropped by Rain, who's got a history in pistol rounds.
Yeah, Rain with the P250, Rain in pistol rounds. It's a nightmare fuel. Electronic, however, is going to catch Coldzera here. Coldzera's got the majority, or he's got the utility, half of it at least, so... Surprise, surprise, no Molly. No Molotov for Faze Clan.
Yeah, and I think Bit will have already heard them run past. They're going to be sandwiching the B bomb side instead. So they throw that library smoke that everyone always throws, and instead of using it to wrap around through quad, they go to the B bomb side. So 55 seconds on the clock, and Boomich and Perfecto win here. They can still win this round. Dualies, not quite yet. Oh, he's getting a chance as well. He's got a couple of more bullets left, but really not that many. Boomich showing you to help out. He hasn't reloaded yet, and it's a 1 versus 3. So great job there on Boomich. That double kill made all of the difference. And Olaf Meister on his own in a 1 versus 2 now. Electronic actually went looking for him, which seems strange because they know that he's trapped in here. And it's only about 30 seconds, so I don't know why they want to hunt him down. Just eventually he has to get out and get the bomb down. So just hang out and wait for that. Olaf going to go straight into a stack there. And it will be Navi to pick up the pistol round. And you know what, Semler?
Yeah.
I think that's one of the few times I've actually seen the dualies do anything. Not that they got many kills, but there were so many bullets that he could just hold them back until Boomich showed up. It's like that was actually great, work, even though it wasn't kills.
B-side Inferno is all about choke points, isn't it? It's either that choke point of Banana where you're just going to post up. That's where we see the dualies usually posting up, right? And that's where he was originally. Up by small wall, right? Just right there in that angle with the dualies. You see it all the time. And well, there. So it's all about choke points. But, just to give us a little bit of an idea, Bit last time they played on Inferno, he actually dropped like a 1.18 rating against Astralis.
Damn.
So good work. It doesn't seem like he's individually holding Navi too far back in this performance, right? Like there's a reason Navi are bringing him on for this map. It's just, does he slot in well, right? Just Navi have been playing so much. They haven't been playing much Inferno lately, at least on a professional level, and so not since that Astralis match. And so, has he been playing and practicing with the team as much as the rest of them? That's what Faze are going to be relying on right now. The little shift that needs to happen to incorporate Bit into the roster for this 5-man.
Yeah, and I think, maybe, as you said, it's probably even more important that he is playing well individually then, because obviously if some of the chemistry goes away, at least you want to make sure that he's putting on some of those numbers.
100%.
Now this time he doesn't get much of a say. There's a bit of a crossfire and he's the third wheel in this particular setup in here. He's got the MP5 and he will get a single kill. Shout out to him for even buying the MP5 because, like normally it just gets overlooked.
You don't really see it too often, do you?
No one cares anymore.
No, but it's just the pew-pew lasers, man. You got to go for that sound. But they kind of nerfed the sound, didn't they? So it's not the same thing anymore.
What do they need to do? They need to up the pitch of it?
Yeah, the way it used to be. You know the old M4A1S sound, right? Come on.
Yeah, okay.
Pew, 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 pew. That's what's up.
Maybe it could be a sound pack where it's you saying that pew-pew sound and people can...
Please make that happen someday.
I better be selling really well. Third round, and they got AKs all across the board, and actually have a surprising amount of nades to execute something behind this. So that's a pretty strong round for Faze right now. Yeah, see, Navi don't really... they don't want to use their own smokes really early to put out those Molotovs if nothing is happening, so that's why they waited a second. They kind of put them out anyway, which is, a little bit surprising. You'd think that if you put them out, you do it like either right away or not at all. But eventually they will, and they're going to boost up on the little canopy. Going to be falling even further back. I think, are they going to fall back from this? Olaf Meister still down at the bottom here. Oh, what a lineup. Electronic, 2 big kills. But there is a double in return. And one of them is Simple, the other one is Electronic. So back to a 3-on-3. That's shocking.
But they need to go. They don't have any utility left. They have a single flash grenade to work with here, Faze Clan. So taking over the B side is no longer an option. You have to fight your way onto A. Oh, Boomich is going to show up at the perfect time, and he gets clipped, but there should be a trade. Coldzera, not going to find it.
We almost had enough bullets, but now it's a 1-on-1. Perfecto versus Olaf Meister. It's, at least so far, AK versus MP9. And Perfecto Looks like he's not quite going to get the timing. Look at Olofmeister. He's just already said, you know what? I don't think you're rotating through banana. I'm just going to run with my knife out. That in itself is pretty badass.
That's so sick. He's got the read on this so hard. Perfecto. Oh, this is so frustrating for Perfecto now. Bomb has been planted. It's going to take him a little bit. Yep. Verifies, listens for the sound. Not going to hear the beep over on A, so now he has to rotate to B.
Wow. Well, now he's even checking banana, so he's realizing, all right, he's not rotating through banana, and he's going to hear him stepping behind him pretty soon, and if he didn't, the grenade will give it away. And now Olof is just, he's in a perfect position. Now, there is a smoke, but Olof has an AK. It's kind of hard to get that defuse in, most especially. Yeah, he's already got it. Instant headshot. Great 1 versus 2 for Olof. Great double kill. And Faze pick up the 3rd round. That's a job well done.
Yep. Do not sleep on Olof.
How did they turn this? I don't understand, because for Milik, yeah, okay. It just happens, because this looks like a perfect start, right?
Yeah.
This is such a good setup for Electronic, that double spray. It looked like there should have been no way that they could have got it back in that round, but it happened instantly.
Why does he look like he's surprised, like he left the stove on or something? Like he left his pizza in the oven. Like, oh, I gotta go get my pizza.
You know what? That would that be on your team? Would that be all right if someone left to do that?
You always gotta save the pizza, Anders. Dude, there's nothing worse. Burnt pizza? Come on. We've all been there, and you just feel so sad as you eat that burnt pizza.
Yeah.
What could have been if you'd have just remembered to check the oven 5 minutes earlier?
I get a little bit teary-eyed even
just thinking about it.
Even just the hypothetical scenario just makes me sad. So,
what's big here is that FaZe Clan need more rounds like that. If they get a couple more clutches to go their way, listen, this is going to be the key for FaZe Clan, is destabilizing Navi. The mental game for Navi is not as strong as they would like it to be, right?
yeah.
So if you can manage to start getting them just a little bit destabilized, a little bit on the tilt.
Well, they destabilized the defense. Again, they pushed them back into A. Same grenades, kind of, as in the pistol round. And they're going to try and see if they can do this one more time. Vector and Boomich are over here. And actually, Boomich is so caught. I can't believe he wins that fight. They're coming up behind him. He should be dead already. And unfortunately, Perfecto actually, yeah, he goes down inside. Boomich did so much. It might not matter in the end. And that's a deep smoke. Oh, they've traded places. Brokey's pretending to be on the CT side now. And well, I think he got simple through the smoke. So yeah, there was a collateral damage in the background there.
That's so nuts that he gets that second kill.
That's crazy.
And they know where Electronic is now. Cold Zero's already making sure that he can't back off and save the M4. Money is going to be completely annihilated here for Navi. They're not going to have anything. Look at this. Cold, he's so quick. Is he going to hit this timing down? He should be able to block off bottom banana. Oh, but he goes into apartments just as he goes past.
Timing.
That timing is so painful.
Life is timing, you know.
Wait, but Cold? No, wait. It's
still running here.
No way!
Electronic, what are you in such a hurry for? He's going to walk straight into it. Fine. That's why Cold Zero, he didn't want the kill in the middle. He was like, you know what? There's going to be a second opportunity here. I've got it. Yeah, so this is the first one on Boomich. And Boomich really did a good job. Like, it might not have seemed like a lot, but he should have been dead much earlier than that. But yeah. This is Brokey winning the round with that spray, pretty much. I mean, if it wasn't already good. And Bit has got a B in the background, so you know they've put some real work into it. They're not messing around.
Blade is just raging already after 4 rounds.
You think it's surely not.
No, but he's definitely like, guys, pull your heads out. Come on, what are you doing? Like, get aggressive. Stop giving up the ground. That's the main thing, is that Navi are giving up a lot of ground. But again, this is the one edge that FaZe have going into this. You've got one demo, and Kirby was still on the roster in the last month to look at for Inferno. And Kirby was still on the roster. So you don't know how they're going to incorporate Twist. Is he entering? Is he not? Like, what's the play here with Twist? You don't know what kind of style FaZe are going to be throwing at you. FaZe, however, have a lot to go off of when it comes to Navi and Inferno. Yeah. So there aren't many unknowns for FaZe. You know that they've done their homework, whereas Navi are the ones who are going to have to figure it out on the fly. But in order to take these fights, Navi need to show some chutzpah. They can't just be giving up ground like that. They need to show that they're capable of fighting, that they know that they're the superior team on the roster.
Well, I think it's kind of cool already, right?
Server, rather.
Well, yeah. But we've had only like 4 rounds, and already FaZe have kind of proven to us that they've identified that B split is possible against Navi, and they've done it, like 2 out of 4 rounds. That's so crazy. It's normally a fairly rare strategy, but it's pretty obvious that they've seen something. And the fact that it didn't work in the pistol round is kind of irrelevant, right? Because normally you can win the fight when you get there. In a pistol round, like, who knows, right? But the fact that they can actually get there through CT spawn, they're like, all right, great. If you're going to let us do that, we're definitely going to exploit it. And I wonder if Navi, I mean, if it's gonna happen more, if they're gonna have to make a couple of adjustments to try and stop that from happening. And back to pistols, obviously. They've got a deagle on simple, and it is on the other side of the map. So I think even Lord Boomich here is not going to be able to stop them with the USP.
Cold has a bomb. Needs to run. This is bad. This is bad news, Bears.
Oh yeah, that's a bit unfortunate. I think 40 seconds, he'll be all right.
Yeah, actually, okay. I thought that they were going to try and swarm it, but it's not going to happen. Navi are going to back off and try and play for kills instead.
Yeah, I guess that would have been interesting if they could have had simple with the deagle in there, sniping away at them. That could have been fun.
Right? Then you got to pull back with a whole bunch of people for Faze. Now they're going to be able to stabilize. Cold, he got his 1 kill. You lose a Galil. Ho-hum. You will be able to survive this. Olafmeister getting isolated, however, that's a little bit more worrisome, especially when you got simple against him with the deagle.
Don't be giving up any AKs, no. You
Exactly.
Don't want that. No reason to make this any easier at all. Yeah, because the fastest path for Navi to get back into the game obviously has to go through like a really strong buy that hopefully is coming up.
Well, now they can get a Galil and an AK. I'm actually kind of surprised. There is a Galil there. You killed Cold. You can go and pick up that Galil.
Yeah.
And now you can get 2 rifles. And yeah, perfecto. Sure enough. Oh, he's got an AUG. Yeah, dude, this is a huge win for Navi.
Oh, no, wait. He might not get away with it. Can he? Perfecto. He's got no armor, so even that Mach 10 up there is super lethal. All right, he's gonna make it out. Yeah, that's a nice way to end the round if you're Navi. You're gonna be a little bit happy about that.
That's a big win, Anders. I mean, you survived. That was a hard eco from Navi, and they get 2 guns out of it, plus 2 kills on Faze.
Have you noticed how Olaf in the back, like his door has like, those like windows that you have on submarines?
Yeah. Do you think he's off the coast of Sweden right now?
Could he be living in a submarine?
Why not?
Possible.
Totally. Just isolated, man.
Has anyone seen him not living in a submarine? Just asking, you know.
Just asking for out of curiosity.
Okay, well, we do have something of a buy here. It's really not as good as I would have hoped here for Navi. So Faze actually have an amazing opportunity right now to maybe slow play this round a little bit more, force out a couple of more nades, and then they could actually put Navi in a really bad position. So we'll see if they're going to be able to do that. They're set up here, Olaf further up, and Twist right behind him. So they get the A apartments for free, and Bit and Electronic over on this side. If they manage to get their way in here and win either one of these fights, if they take down either Bit or Electronic in this opening fight, that could be massive. Like, Simple won't be able to help because there's going to be a smoke over at the library position, and he's going to be occupied in the middle anyway. So this fight here, there's only going to be one chance, I think, for Navi to hold this. Simple, that is a good kill on Cold Sierra. Really important. And Electronic, he actually had all of the opportunity, and Bit fell back out to try and help out Simple. And they're going to win that fight at middle, but the bomb will still go down. So that's a 4-on-3 retake where Navi've held on to a lot of grenades. And then, again, that's because Faze executed early in the round here. So Navi never got to use all of their nades. So they at least have that to work with. I still think it'll be tricky, but at least they can try it here.
They have a lot to work with. They have Twist still alive here, and Twist is now playing along with Wolfmeister from the pit. Rain on the point. This is still very winnable for Faze.
Yeah, but it definitely is. Especially with the smoke. There's another one. That position has been smoked for, what now, 30 seconds or more? Olafmeister with a headshot on Bit and out in the open. Boomage goes down. That leaves it 2-on-3 now, and they're going to be backing right out. Just a continuous wall of smokes going down. And Navi's answer really was to try and boost over. And, I mean, they had like maybe one shot at getting a kill from that position. Didn't work out. And, well, now it's a 4-2 scoreline here.
That's with Cold Sierra checking as well. I mean, the main thing is this is where you start getting into the games for Navi, because FaZe Clan aren't going to have super deep strats, right? So are they going to start telegraphing? As soon as you see those nades, those smokes coming in, I think Navi are going to start to realize that they can kind of commit to defending these bomb sites.
Well, riddle me this, Semler. Is the reason that Bit fell back to Arch to help Simple of all players, is it because they were afraid of the B-split? Because it's the same smoke, right?
So,
I mean, it's pretty early to be overcompensating, but then again, you know, like, they're not that used to playing with Bit. I don't know, I'm just...
Yeah, no,
it's worth thinking about, you know?
It's a really good point to make, and that Bit could be wrapping back around. All they saw was Cold. There could be more players coming behind that. They don't know.
And I mean... The reason why it's also a bit curious to me is that normally you would not want to leave Electronic in that position alone, right? The whole point of that setup is the crossfire, because while Electronic can get one of those kills, if they wrap on the low side by the hay cart, he's actually in a lot of trouble, right? So
listen, I am gonna give Twist some credit there, though. I mean, that is a big entry on Electronic. And
Oh,
Twist
yeah.
has got that kind of aggressive, snappy aim that makes entering actually really good for him, where if he takes point, he can win those duels. And if he dies to Electronic there, that's pretty much it as far as Faze are concerned in the round. Instead, he gets the kill on Electronic, and that unlocks the A site. So big rounds already coming in from Twist, the latest addition to the Faze clan. And now, well, we're going to get some nades going over towards B, and look at this. Navi maybe reading into this, right? They're starting to think, okay, there are the nades. Execute could be coming into B. And in the meantime, there's only 2 players live on the A side right now for Navi to stop this push.
Man, Bid, he's got this round on his shoulders right now. Electronic actually going to come help him out. That's a nice start now. Electronic, can they swing at the same time? The fight is going to happen here. Deep Molotov and Electronic only with the 1 kill. Bid, that is still amazing. He gets it. 20 seconds. Smoke on top. The bomb. Oh, and he's going to catch Brokey. What a round out of Bid. A triple kill. If he would have gone down, there is no way that Navi would have held on to this round. But instead now, 10 seconds left, and Olofmeister, he just can't get back in time here. Going to try and see if he can get the AK and maybe escape. But waiting in second mid is going to be Boomage.
What happened with Twist?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Was there miscommunication there? Were they expecting a flash? Because he was turned around. So it makes you think that he's expecting a flash to go off top mid as he pushes in. And then he just pushes in and there's no flash. So he just runs in backwards for nothing and dies.
Yeah, it's like he was checking too many positions at once, basically, right? And they had the AWP, so, you know, surely you want, you know, one guy checking quad, one guy checking arch, and not just spinning around in the middle.
These are the kinds of unforced errors that I'm talking about, where Faze, they may try and stay cookie cutter. They may just try and go really systematic, because then you can avoid those kinds of complications where maybe there's some miscommunication that happens. Maybe, you know, they're thinking one thing and another thing happens, and it ends up costing you rounds. Because if Twist stays alive in that scenario, it's a different beast for Navi to deal with. Definitely feels like that was Faze's round to lose, given
Yes.
Navi rotated the 3rd man over to B.
Well, they're going to try and exploit a weakness that they found earlier, or at least a potential one, where they beat up, you know, Electronic in this position. They're going to try and do it again. Just exploding out of apps. That's an amazing trade for Rain. And now Electronic is alone down in the pit, and they can't really run him down. He's playing this position so well, and he might be one of the best players in the world, by the way, at playing this exact position. So you're never going to find an easy fight, but Brokey, okay, he's low on health even when he starts that fight, and he gets a couple of kills, making it a 1 versus 2. That he really shouldn't be winning, but, you know, it's the AK and he's got 50 seconds. So I won't rule it out either. Brokey was definitely very fun to watch yesterday. A little bit of a chance maybe if they try and cross the smoke. He's got 40 seconds, and I don't mind the fact at all that he's spending a bit of that time just seeing if Navi will give him a chance. So he's going to set up that smoke again. And a bomb plant here, I mean, it would be really nice. They don't have really any money to work with on Faze, and the bomb plant won't solve that problem, but it all accumulates towards the end of the half anyway, so we'll see. Sneaking in and checking it all out. Navi are just going to wait. They don't want to throw it away either. They have 1 flashbang to get through. They're going to come running even before any of that happens. And it's a good save. And again, Electronic with a good stand down there at the pit. That makes all the difference. Now, Sambler, you said cookie cutter. What does that mean? Like, I know what it means in common language, but where does that originate from? What does it mean that something is a cookie cutter approach?
A cookie cutter approach is that it's all right there. The outline is all there. You're not really going outside of the lines, right? You can't really even go outside of the lines. It's not possible, Anders, because the lines are defined for you.
Oh, so it's like one of those like frames you use to like press down over the cookie dough and make. Is that what a cookie cutter is?
Oh no, you're seriously asking. I thought you were
I'm
asking.
seriously asking.
Oh, you're seriously asking me what a cookie cutter is? Yeah, it's exactly that. It's like you should make the shape of a gingerbread man, and then you in like metal or something, and then you press that on the dough, and it makes a gingerbread man.
Okay. Sweet. That makes sense.
I thought you were being like facetious or something, like, you know, tell me, Sambler.
Wow.
In the simulation.
The trust is all gone. No. It's fine. Okay. No, I'm glad I learned that. That makes a lot of sense. I mean, I think I understood like the context of using it. I just wasn't cookie cutter. Because to me, it was
Have you
like
never made cookies before?
Yeah, but we don't use like I know how to shape a cookie without the use of like, a frame. I'm not an idiot, you know. Like I can do that.
Just calling all the moms out there idiots, huh? Man, dick move, Anders.
You know, I thought it was like a pizza wheel or something. Like you just, you know, I had a lot of different ideas in my mind of how this could play out.
I have seen some of those though, where it's like the cookie cutter on a pizza wheel, so it's just the same shape over and over again. You just roll it across.
Oh, that sounds next. I can get on board with that idea.
Yeah, buddy.
We can mass produce those cookies. It's back to 4-on-4. So, I mean, Navi probably going to be excited about, you know, sort of turning this around. It feels a bit shaky. It feels like FaZe are pretty aggressive early on the C side, right? And I appreciate that because, like you were mentioning earlier about putting Navi on tilt, and like if you keep the pressure on like this, like every round is close, every round is kind of hard for Navi to win. That's just going to be really stressful. So glad that they're doing this. Now they might. I mean, again, this is the round where even if you lose it, you want some kills, right? You want to keep the pressure on, and Perfecto is not going to let them. Flawless round of Navi. That's huge.
Beautiful. That is a flawless performance there from Navi. Keeping their cool, and that's the main thing, right? You want to get into these kind of weird clutch situations just because you have the star power on your side. You know, you've got Olafmeister, you got Cold, you got Twist, you got Brokey. I mean, these guys, all of them, in fact, showed up against Liquid. It's really hard to tell the difference between them on a stats page because they all performed well. So you really have no weakness individually on Faze right now.
If they want to do explosive plays, Faze, if this is like part of their game plan, one of the really fun where you can do that if you can find the right round to do it in. Oh, Simple though. Hold the phone. He actually gets dinged in return. They trade damage more or less. But I was gonna say, if you can push up to the hay card on A without getting spotted, like you smoke off Arch and then you just push that on that quad side, you could be right next to the A bomb side and just essentially more or less run on there. And I mean, this kind of round you'd probably be able to do it if you just smoke them off at the right position there. So I feel like FaZe are looking for that kind of play, right? They've done that with the apps a couple of times. And they try to do it on Arch, just get really, really close and then just fire a bunch of people around the corner. So let's just see. Still a 5-on-5 here.
Yeah, and an excellent read from Simple. Rotating over towards B. 3 players on the B site now. They're expecting it. They're waiting. As Rain puts some shots through, he is going to get tagged. But this is a great call here from Navi, expecting for FaZe, you know, not having had so much success for the past couple rounds on that A site, to head over here towards B and see if they can get lucky on this side. Well, Simple's going to be ready and waiting for him, and he's got that AWP. All he needs to do is take a shot and fall back.
If they actually go for it, if this isn't a fake, they're going to have trouble with that Molotov that Perfecto's holding. And look at Boom. He's going to go check. He wants to find out. Simple picking up Rain. 30 seconds. And every second that ticks past, that Molotov is going to be more and more deadly. It just gains weight. Finally going to be putting it out. Oh, no. It doesn't quite land right, I think. And now they run down Simple. What a turnaround. Perfecto. 15 seconds. That's not going to be enough time. They're going to have to fight eventually here. And they shoot him in the back. It's Brokey to pick him up. 10 seconds on the clock. And the bomb will go down. FaZe. They force their way through low on time. And I would love to find out where that Molotov went. Because at about, what, like 25 seconds? That should have bought so much more time. And it obviously didn't.
I'm wondering if it's Cold Zero jumping through the smoke that just tilted him out completely, just threw it into the middle of nowhere. He heard Cold coming, the Terminator.
Stomping.
Shoot.
Well, Bit and Electronic, yeah, they've kind of realized that they were so far away when that was going down. That's mental. That's a round that FaZe probably should not be winning.
Is this not the coolest match to cast, though? Like, I'm just loving this so much. I love to be able to say, like, yeah, Cold Zero versus Simple versus, like, Olafmeister. Like, just the greats that are in this game right now, in this server right now, is just so sick. I mean, Olafmeister and Simple going 1v1 at the beginning of this round in a duel, and they both get out of it, you know? So it's, like, evenly matched. They just glare at each other.
I'm not gonna lie as well. FaZe is, you know, if you read the names out loud, it is like a, I mean, maybe except for Brokey, but it's kind of like a, you know, HLTV. What would be your favorite lineup of players? It's like, you know, like a stupid thread like that, and it's just the community that pick random people. But
I love it.
But here we are. Like if you went back to 2016 or something and said, yeah, these are the players that are gonna be there, right?
So
that could be that kind of a lineup.
Yeah, I can't wait to see more from this roster. And well, Navi, I mean, Navi is Navi. So Simple this time around is, he has changed it up. He is showing that he has got pretty much free reign on that CT side for Navi. He can be anywhere on the map that he wants. And so up in Apartment's not going to find it. Instead, it's going to be Boomich opening it up, and he is going to get traded by Brokey. So nice little engagement, little skirmish here at the top of Banana between both of these teams. But this favors FaZe.
He shot him through the wall, I think.
Yep, no getting away, Boomich.
Yeah, and Brokey was at the bottom of Banana. He wasn't actually that close, so...
I mean, Boomich should understand that there's no running.
Yeah, you must commit.
You must commit. Only forward. There's no running back.
Things were moving fine as long as he was still being aggressive, right? It was only when he turned around that it backfired. 50 seconds on the clock, and Navi have actually done a reasonable job, I think, of holding on to some of these grenades in the game so far. That's a problem I normally have with Navi on CT side Inferno, is that they tend to use all of their grenades in the first 5 seconds, just all throwing them in CT spawn more or less. But this time I think they've done a better job, so that should, on its own, make them more dangerous. Ooh, twist. Good opening. And now Simple down in the pit with the AWP. He's the only one that can save them right now. The backup is not going to be there in time. He's going to have to do it on his own. And he picks up Twist in the first little shot. Oh, Perfecto comes in. He held on long enough, and he nearly gets the final kill on Cold Zero. 10 seconds, and Bit is right there. Just has to sneak in and not get shot in the face, and mission accomplished. It's another round for Navi, just barely picking that one up. And you see what a difference it makes if just the 3 or 5 more seconds or something like that Simple bought by getting the kill and not getting traded was just enough for Perfecto, right?
Yep, stayed alive just long enough, and yeah, that is the shot right through. Knowing the angle, best odds. Nice shot from Simple on Twist.
Everyone is looking down at Simple, right? That they're just so focused on it.
These are the kinds of things where it's like you haven't had time to figure out protocols like that, where it's like first guy out is looking, but second guy should be watching sight, third guy should be watching, you know, right? You haven't had time to practice and figure out who's going to be watching what if you're on Faze. And so again, this is that kind of polish that's going to be lacking on their T side, and that is going to hold them back a little bit here. If Simple and Navi can force Faze into uncomfortable situations like that where they haven't prepared for it, that's where Navi should shine and should pull ahead. No, not this time, Simple.
And he's got a teammate putting out the smoke, Brokey. That's some luxury right there. You have to be like a VIP for that kind of service. Maybe you could buy it like a subscription-based service. People run around after you, putting out the fire. That would be nice. Simple. He's ready for any potential jump. A little bit of a flash, and oh, he looked like he was almost going to get run down. I don't know what just happened.
I thought he took the shot. That maybe just didn't want to give away his position. Didn't want to let on that there was an AWP over here, so he held back. But I thought he was going to hit that shot there.
Yeah. It looked like he bumped in or like got slowed down. I'm not sure what happened here. I was getting really scared. Anyway, they've taken banana control. And last time, even though it was looking pretty unfavorable, they won that B bomb site anyway. So Faze, I'm sure, are thinking, yeah, we'll just do that again. Now, they do have almost no grenades at all getting into this, but they're going to try their luck. 45 seconds here. Bit of a crossfire, but they have enough smokes to actually get rid of Simple, at least for a minute here. We'll see if he can challenge it. Running out. Oh, Bit comes in, and there's a triple spray down. That should be enough, surely. 30 seconds now for a 2-on-3, and Simple, he's all the way back here. Bomb is not picked up on anyone at the moment. Faze are searching the bomb site to check if there's not just one more person hiding in here. And that AWP on Brokey, is he going to be quick? Oh, takes him down. That's a nice shot out of Simple. And Olofmeister, he is absolutely dead. Bit.
Simple's just nuts.
I mean, that is really impressive. I don't actually think they even get close to winning this round, Navi, if this doesn't happen. What an outrageous scenario.
Yeah.
They're all just in that corner. Fish in a barrel.
Fish in a
not
barrel.
In the fountain.
That's you're just sitting there. I'm just sitting there waiting the entire time, like, who's going to throw the flash on them? Who's going to throw the flash on them? Because they're just standing there at the beginning. None of them are crossing in, and that smoke had only just gone off on Simple. It couldn't have been a better timing to hit that flash, because at that point is when Faze want to push onto the site, now that the smoke is up blocking coils. But without that smoke, I mean, it's just the timing is impeccable for Bit. And while we all wish to take those kinds of shots where 3 guys are just full flashed in front of you and you get to just hold mouse 1 and run at them.
What is he doing driving a Ferrari into the AAPs and killing Simple? That was so fast.
Dude, Twist is hitting entries, man.
I guess a Ferrari wouldn't fit. Maybe like one of those scooters that everyone's riding around all the cities now. Could you ride one of those?
A bird?
Eagle?
It's not exactly. That's not as. It's not as glamorous.
No, but if it gets the job done, right? They've got a second kill as well, this time on range. So the Deagles are doing work, Navi. Now, if you want to make Navi tilt, this is the kind of round you pick up, right? This is how you do it. Just obviously, they're going to be really annoyed if they lose a round like this, where they are just getting the economy under them. They just, have had a couple of rounds here that worked out in their favor. So, we'll see. Could this be one of them? Perfecto and Electronic have picked the right bomb site for this kind of a stack. They've got a couple of M4s here and even some counter nades out. So Let's see if Faze can find a way to break through. Nice nade on Electronic. Good counter nade coming out, though. Lands pretty deep, and it explodes. Twist Electronic. He can't replicate what Bit was doing, but at Perfecto, he's actually playing a really high-level game himself on Inferno so far. 25 seconds here, and smoked off. The bomb in front. Olofmeister, is he going to be able to complete it? Perfecto's trying to stop it. It was the right idea, but Olof makes his way out, even dodging the nade death that might have followed here. So now it's a 2-on-2. Brokey with no armor. But Olofmeister with a little bit low health, so they might still be in trouble, and that Molotov is part of the reason why. Yeah, absolutely checkmate. Now it's all on Olof, and he's got such a low chance of doing this. Almost impossible here. With the health and with the time that is still on the bomb, Perfecto is going to find him. A triple kill on him. And Navi, nice cool retake here. In a round, I think, where they could have been a little bit panicked, I think, in this round. It's been really stressful, I think, first half for Navi, but now that they got 8 rounds, they might start to feel a little bit better, yeah. Like, what has he got, a scooter on him? I don't know.
That doesn't happen that often. Simple's going to be a little bit annoyed there.
You know what would sell well, I bet you?
Okay.
If you made like a cookie cutter in the shape of Simple. Like, people would make Simple cookies if they could, for sure.
I'm pretty sure that's a thing. Simple cookies? Maybe they're not simple cookies, but...
No, that's what I mean. Like, they got to be in the shape of him somehow. Like, you know, make one that look like him.
That
just his face.
Top outline, or
no, it's just outline of his face. Like, we could do that.
Oh, you know, like the pancakes where
Exactly.
they paint, and then, you know, it's like each layer progressively adds to it. That's pretty sick.
Yeah. So I mean, just simple pancakes is a lot of.
Eat a simple pancake?
It's a lot of work. No, I'd frame it or something. Have it.
Okay.
I'd have it like encrusted in resin and just. No way I would. Simple pancake. What are you talking about? 14th round, and Boomich. Again, he's such a wild player. Not falling back, just playing in between all of the smokes. He's got his own little man cave in here that he's just enjoying. Gonna put up even a 4th smoke, I think. And now it's a 4-on-5. Boomich is actually just a wild player for those scenarios.
Mm-hmm. He's super aggressive. That's really his style. Loves to push aggressively and loves to take these kinds of chaotic fights. It's what he thrives on.
They got 3 people here. Boomich is really low on health. I mean, 1 nade, and they don't have any nades. Faze actually have almost nothing to work with. A couple of flashes and a Molotov, so they are going to have to do this manually, pretty much. Electronic preemptively putting up that smoke in case there's going to be a Molotov, and he can also use it as a bit of a one-way. Boomich finally goes down, so now it is on Bit and Electronic. Let's see what they could do. Again, Electronic is an incredible player in this pit, and Bit has been playing just a strong game overall. They're waiting for that smoke to fade. Good timing, and now he can't put it out. He's going to be forced into the fight. It's all on Bit. 10 seconds left. Another double kill, nearly another triple as well. He is absolutely living up to the hype right now. He's been doing very, very, very well. What is he up to? 15-7 at the moment. That is just amazing. So, for this 14th round, it's going to be on a 2-on-2 here for the retake. And Simple and Perfecto don't want to be walking over towards Library. They have, again, not a Molotov, but a smoke at least. Molotov, though, would be great to try and get something done. And what they also have is a lack of time. Like a serious lack of time. They need to go quick here. And Brokey, he's just ready and waiting. He's just listening for the footsteps. Instant kill, and there's nothing that Simple could do. Well done. Well played in the afterplant here for Faze. In spite of nearly running out of time and also nearly getting tripled by Bit again. It's going to be 8-6.
So important that they get this 6th round, Anders.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you're just sitting here thinking, okay, 10-5. If it goes up to 10-5, that's going to be very, very difficult for Faze in the second half.
I
You
agree.
switch onto the CT side. But if you manage to just keep Navi on single digits, now you're cooking with gas. Even if you lose this next round, I think Faze are going to be feeling very good going into the second half. And look at this buy from Navi. They don't have much. It's a mix. So with a force buy from Navi, FaZe Clan have a really good chance at actually ending strong in this first half with 7 rounds. It's their round to lose now.
Yeah, I mean, this is a crazy first half because I think Navi have started to run it back, but honestly, it's felt like FaZe could have had way more rounds.
I mean, there's been the clutches really, have been shifting over towards Navi.
Yeah, we've had a couple. I mean, that round from Pit where he gets the triple spray down. Oh, hold the phone. Rain going to be charging right through Boomich on the other side. The MP9. Oh, it works so well. He even gets the last bullet shot there, taking down Twisted. He's back with a quad kill. That is outrageous. A little bit of a weird fight breaking out in the middle. Olafmeister will come up with it, but Boomich, he's out hunting. He wants that ace. 55 seconds, and it's Olafmeister once again. He's going to have to get a quad kill to try and clutch this, to try and get a 7th round for Faze. I swear Boomich has a different MP9 than everyone else has.
It's Olafmeister, though, dude.
It is Olaf. Yeah, never underestimate.
Never underestimate the Meister.
He's got 30 seconds, which is really unfortunate, right? The difference.
He's not mad, Anders.
No?
Olaf is not mad. Are you mad? Because he's not.
I am not. I'm just excited to be watching Olaf play, actually. 20 seconds and a little bit of a smoke to try and create some space. He's going to go for it, but it's low percentage, and it is an ace at the end. Really, really impressive round. I mean, the last one there, yeah, sure, someone was going to have to get that one. It's a good job on Boomich. But 9-6 at the end of the half. Second half is going to be coming up after the break.
At least we didn't take as long as Device.
No way, man. Yeah, good one.
At least we didn't take as long as Device.
Here we go. Second half is coming up. We are still on the first map, and Olaf is still in the submarine. It's going to be exciting. Navi now on the T side and Faze on the CT side. And a 9-6 finish at the end of it. Navi coming out on top of that 2 versus 1, and obviously Boomich getting an ace. It was really cool. But I think Faze, I'm really impressed by them. I think 6 rounds maybe a little bit on the low side, but I think they're going to be okay. And I love the energy that they brought into this game. You could tell that they were they were really ready to fight Navi, and I think it could have worked out way better. I think it could have been 9-6 the other way, in my opinion.
Oh, this is actually really big here from Faze. They got the read on Navi. Navi could go apartments.
Oh, yeah.
They like to go apartments, T-side on Inferno, and it's looking like that's what's shaping up here to be an A hit. And Faze have got 4 players on A site right now.
Yeah. Oh, there's one chance this could go really badly, is if they come out 3 people behind them and Cold Zero and Twist get sandwiched. That's maybe the only thing. All of Meister goes down. Electronic will follow right afterwards, though. So just a 1-for-1 trade. They're down in the pit, and now they can't get out, can they? What
Broken needs
is
to live.
this?
Broken needs to live. Don't die. Yes, that's exactly what he has to do.
Right through, just tapping away, and Bit goes down next. So this is shaping up really well. Simple is guarding boiler room. Bomb is being planted inside. No, it's being held on to instead, and Brokey, he can't escape. He's gonna get chased down. Boomich is loving it, and Simple gets a triple, and that is how the second half starts here. Man, that was... It looked so good right up until the end.
Must be nice having a Simple on your team.
Wow.
It's just like, guys, we really need help. We're really screwed right now. Help, 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 help. And then Simple's like, I got you, fam. Let me go ahead and just collect 2 kills real quick and just absolutely open the round up for my team. Much like on Dust 2 last night against MIBR, when he just absolutely took over and tripled the runner-up in terms of stats.
Hold on. Can we get that replay? Did he look like he was just tossing the bomb to the chicken? I think he was.
Here, take this.
Maybe you could if you had like a little like a little leather strap. You could like.
What happened to chicken, Anders? What happened to chicken? Joining service since 1999.
No longer there. No longer with us.
What? How did that? Oh, this is gonna be bad.
Oh, yep. It probably will be. It most certainly will be. The flashes, the Mac 10s, the smoke, the list of troubles for all of Meister is really long.
Oh, it's such a shame that Rain dies there. Because you're thinking, if you're Faze right now, just save your Eagle, save your Kevlar for the next round.
Yes.
You went for the Force Buy, so Rain is probably just trying to make something happen, though. The poor guy's sitting on 4 kills, 3 assists at the end of that first half, going into the second.
Really?
So Rain has not shown up at all. I expect Colds, as the in-game leader, to kind of struggle a little bit, just because he's the one calling shots. Twist is entry fragging, so, you know, that's just a hard life no matter how you look at it. But Rain right now, he's kind of struggling. So Rain may be trying to make plays to just get a little edge here.
And he got what? He got one of those kills in the pistol round with the P250. So then for the other 14 rounds, he had
3 kills.
3 kills.
So he's, it's been definitely a little bit of a struggle for Rain. And I think if we can figure out how to get him online, now, Faze it'll look up.
Even that just puts the 9-6 scoreline in such a different perspective for the first half. You think, oh wow, so it was a lot of it was basically Brokey and Olofmeister. I mean, not alone, but they were doing a lot of the heavy lifting there.
And to be fair, Olofmeister was in a lot of just kind of like farm, like getting low impact kills, not necessarily the massive kills at the end.
Yeah, that's definitely also worth thinking about. You're right, that does make a difference.
But still, I mean, like right now, it's definitely still a scoreline that Faze can make work. It's just going to be very difficult here because now this should be Navi ending up on 12 rounds before you get your first full buy round for Faze, and then you have to just get the lockdown going immediately for Faze. So there's going to be a lot of pressure on Faze in these next couple rounds.
Simple caught a grenade. I mean, like really caught. He like in his arms. And it put him at 47 health.
And it's not usually a good thing, catching grenades.
No. What is the saying? Once you take his pin, Mr. Grenade is no longer your friend.
Yeah, there's a pretty good one. A pretty good meme going around where it's customer service. Please take the number, and wait your turn. And it's and the number is attached to the pin in a grenade.
Well, there we go.
Yeah. Man, speaking of grenade damage, though. Actually, speaking of damage, nade damage, like 208 utility damage right now for Brokey. 100 damage for Olofmeister. So those guys are hitting nades. But that's matched pretty easily by Navi, where 4 guys have more than 100 damage with nades.
Well, they actually attacked the stronger position, and FaZe had saved some grenades to try and make that even, like on top of the 3-man stack. They also wanted them to come through the smoke, and boom, it's just like, yeah, well, I don't care. So,
but I mean, 4 Mac 10s.
Yeah, like he's just gonna come jumping through no matter what,
YOLO.
right? It's what he does.
Just running through the boomla.
Maybe some Deagle kills. I don't know how that's not working out, but it's not. I saw a... Hold on. We get one more here. Now they're just feeding themselves. Again, they are just losing Mac 10s, but still, you know, don't wake up Cold Zero of all people.
Exactly. I mean, Cold is just waiting to pop off right now, guys. Don't be feeding him.
Yeah, it's not worth it. Yeah, and he's even looking for this. I saw earlier today, Cadian was tweeting saying that he sort of missed. Oh, wow.
Whoa!
He actually gets that flick. That's outrageous.
Oh, and he gets donated an AK. Simple. Yeah, you should be looking a little frustrated there, bud. That is not good.
So they just lost 4 people and like all that comes with it. I mean, armor and everything else. That is, damn. Well, Simple's impressed. It's like, all right.
That stings.
Yeah, but it could just be like still, you know, like, you know, you admire it. You're like, all right. That's nice.
And then Simple must be, you know, it's like living the high life. Give me an AWP. Electronic drops him an AWP. Oh, not quite.
No, trying to deny that that information there. It's a good idea. Anyway, Cadian wanted the Vega Squadron back for the jumping Mac 10 kills. He said. I
Okay.
think he might be the only pro player who wants that, by the way. So,
Yeah, I was about to say.
in a world of his own.
But, you know, Cadian is in a world of his own. Shout out to Cadian.
Yeah. I'd like to see him do some more stuff soon as well, you know. Gotta get him back out there.
They're going to be playing Katowice, right? So we'll get to see Heroic play soon.
All right. Well, that's good news. 6-12 as we move into the 19th round, and they've got this top banana control fairly easily. On the other side, though, waiting. Oh, that's the Molotov actually taking down Boomich. What a weird fight. But still, Rain and Cold Zero here, and I imagine right now Navi are thinking, okay, well, we just took down 1 and B. Surely there's not going to be, you know, another 2 in here, which is the normal math anyway for a round like this. Going to be boosting up, and surely going to be smoked. Will anyone check it? Not Perfecto, and he's going to die as a result. So Reno also gets traded, so it's a 3-on-3, and should be a bomb plant here unless Cold wants to try and risk it and just go straight through, which is almost never a good idea. They actually did hit him, but not enough to get the kill. Boost up on the other side. And that means they know 2 people are back there. That's an instant giveaway and really important information. Bit, though, another good headshot. He is so on point and simple with a flick, so the information doesn't even help them out. They had no more grenades. They couldn't force them out from back there. And Twist, I think you could try and get exit kills. I don't think you could try and win the round any longer. I think that is just, should be, anyway, too far gone. Especially without the kit. Wow.
At this point, you're trying to find a way out of here if you're a Twist. You're just trying to hit that timing.
Oh, for Navi, so there's 13-6. I feel like Faze are getting robbed a little bit on Inferno. I really think the scoreline is super deceptive at the moment.
It is one of those games, Anders. It's just one of those games right now, but here's Boomich taking point. Opening it up against Olafmeister, gets traded.
There was a grenade behind him.
Yeah. But then that's just getting simple there. That's, if Cold Zero hits a shot on Bit, that's everything right there.
Yeah, then I think they're good to go. They're golden at that point in time.
But unfortunately, it just doesn't happen, and we are getting into a timeout.
Yeah, unfortunately, we lost all of them.
Or wait,
maybe the submarine like went further down than the internet penetrates. I don't know. How do you get into a submarine?
You have to raise an antenna because the water. It's actually really difficult to get radio signals to go through salt water and through water. So you actually have to. You know, certain signals can go through. But that's what makes it really difficult to communicate with submarines when they're submerged. And
that makes sense.
Smarter Every Day. Go check it out. Really good YouTube channel. Actually, guy went on a U.S. submarine down in the Antarctic, and they were talking about just that topic.
Oh, I've actually seen that video. I just forgot. Yeah, that is really
Destin, I think his name is. Super cool.
I've actually seen that. Yeah.
If you guys want some good content, go and watch that.
Okay. Well, hopefully that isn't the problem, though. I mean, get Olaf back on.
I'm sure that Olaf he'll just be. He's like actually just desperately cranking the antenna up right now. Freaking internet, like
get it back in. We're in the middle of a match.
That is.
Would you want to live on a submarine if you had the opportunity? Would you?
Absolutely not.
No?
Nah, dude. What? Like that just sounds terrible. Claustrophobic. That's just not a good time.
You can go anywhere.
It sounds claustrophobic.
You could go wherever you want.
You can go wherever you want.
Yeah,
you can go wherever you want with a plane or with a ship. Why do I need to be under the water? I can be on the water.
Yeah, but everyone else is flying planes. I mean, not now, obviously, but you know, it's pretty mainstream. I'm just saying, like, it would just be like a unique thing. That's all I'm.
You're right. It would be a very unique thing to be in a esports submarine. That would be actually pretty. You know, that talk about. You know, I survived the good studio, dude. If I had to go like just put a bunch of guys in the submarine and
ever since the Beatles, like Ringo, he wrote that song. You know, Yellow. Like, well, there was Yellow Submarine, but there's also the other one. Like I'm just saying, Octopus Garden. Like, you know, They had some submarine thing going on, and it's on my mind for some reason.
Yeah, gee. I feel like I'm at an episode of Rogan now. Next step, we're gonna be like, so ayahuasca.
Possibly it's on all of Meister's mind. Like, well, this is so a slightly extended situation, but hopefully will be resolved in a matter of seconds. This time it's more mainstream stuff, right? You know, like we all know this can happen on the internet, so it's fine. We got glasses on, so we can see what's in the screen. Enhance that image, get it, run it through the computer, run it through the algorithm.
He plays with one of those sleeves too.
Because that's become a more popular thing, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's weird. Maybe
Now,
they're tired of getting their arm hair rubbed off, you know, with the because that's the issue. I've got like this bald spot on my forearm because your arm hair just rubs off if you're constantly moving your forearm across your mouse pad, right?
shave your forearm. What's up?
It just happens naturally right now, Andrew. You know?
Okay.
Maybe he's annoyed about that though, right?
What if you shaved your forearm and then you put like baby lotion on there? Then it would be like smooth. Like you could just like glide across your desk. There'd be no friction on your arm at all.
No friction, and then you get the ice mats. You remember those? Like the hard plastic.
With the
mouse pads?
with the Teflon skates on. Like the kids
remember
now
that?
don't know about Teflon
remember that?
skates at all. Like, but that was a
Actually,
real thing.
Funnily enough, Nothing had one. I remember Nothing had an ice mat.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he had that on
Did he have
top
the
of another
Teflon
one too.
Skates, because that was real important. I remember.
Nothing.
You
Nothing
couldn't
was
even
cheap.
play Counter-Strike without the Teflon on. Like it's real. Okay, well, submarines and Teflon, and now we're back. 20th round. We do have an AWP on Brokey. See how that goes. He is looking down the middle, ready to go in for a fight. Simple's on the other side, so it's a pretty interesting fight that he's gonna have on his hands. They really smoke that deeply. Navi, yeah, they're so aware. Once those smokes are that deep down, they think, oh right. That means we don't have an eye on middle at all, and they punish Twist for a little bit of aggression. I still kind of like it for Faze to try and do that. But yeah, once it blows up in your face, it doesn't feel nearly as good, does it?
No. Now I think if you're Faze, you're starting to feel pretty frustrated, and you're going for gambles too. Now you're gonna get these 3 over here, leave Rain alone to be the bullet magnet on B. And now rotating 3 to A to just kind of cover up and hope, cross your fingers that this is where Navi choose to go. Because right now it's all a gamble for Faze on this defense. They don't have any information to go off of. It is literally just crossing your fingers and hoping.
Yeah, which, I mean
can
normally you don't want to hear someone say that, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And for the round, boss. Well, let's hope. Let's hope. I mean, this makes sense, right? Obviously, if Rain can catch a kill as they're coming into the B-bomb side and fall back, then, you know, kind of a 4-on-4 retake. Maybe they could do that, right? And I agree. It's low percentage, right? It doesn't feel quite good. 25 seconds as well. So, yeah, he's I think, got the right idea. That's a nice kill. Remember, Rain, we pointed out earlier, has not been having a good map at all. But that kill is important. 10 seconds now on the clock, and Rain is thinking about it. He had the right move. I think that kill might have made a huge difference, but Perfecto somehow lives. And again, M4 versus AK right there. It is a classic setup. Brokey is actually a million miles away, so they've already said, yeah, not really. That looked like it was way more doable. There's 10 seconds. They had 2 people there, almost a third. I think maybe they could have stopped the bomb, actually. I mean, that's obviously what Rain wanted to do.
Yeah, but you're going to have to wake up early in the morning to pull a fast one on Perfecto. Perfecto is just such a stable player, and also just kind of like the anti-gimmick player. Oh, that was the spot. Okay, so Electronic didn't realize, like, he had to do a double take.
Yeah, I was telling the story of them being super prepared because of the deep nades, but they obviously almost got caught.
Yeah, he almost got caught.
I was just lying.
Like, that's Perfecto. He is just going to know. He doesn't take risks. Perfecto's the rock for Navi. He's like the opposite of the spectrum. You got Boomich on one side and Perfecto's on the other. So Perfecto's just like, what would Boomich do in this situation? And of course, he's just going to be watching that smoke 100%. And sure enough, he's going to spot you, right?
Well, he is, you know, he's got that drill out. He's, you know,
he's putting together the plan.
Yeah, he's you know, craftsman, making sure that no corners are cut or anything like that.
You are going to tell him eventually which bomb site you're going to. Just a matter of time.
Exactly right. 14-6, and it's Navi winning 5 in a row. I don't know. Maybe I'm just romanticizing this a little bit too much, but I still feel like FaZe have had many opportunities. Maybe more of them in the first half, if we're being perfectly honest here. But they had so many opportunities to do something. So I feel like Still a little bit surprising to me that they're stuck at 6 rounds right now.
They're figuring it out what they need to be doing here. It's like we're not seeing Twist anchor Pit. It's Cold Zera playing Pit right now, which is a bit weird to me because he's calling, so he's off on an extremity.
Yeah, I agree.
So that gives Twist a bit more freedom. This is what they're talking about, giving Twist more freedom. But I mean, this is still, this isn't FaZe Clan's final form. They have not yet ascended, and so Navi are figuring it out, and you can see the Navi are figuring it out because they're just playing super slow, super steady. All right, let's hold for any aggression. Cool. Now we clear out apartments. Cool. Now we're gonna go ahead and clear out banana. Cool. And that it's just the checklist right now from Navi on this T side. They're just going down the list, and checking everything twice. And well, if they hit A right now, it sure would be nice because FaZe Clan, they were ready for him and they're backing off. They're rotating off, Anders.
Yeah, really good stuff. Again, that's losing that top banana control, and Brokey saying, you know what, I don't feel that comfortable being here on my own with an AWP and a smoke. So, yeah, it draws Rain back. Still, I mean, this defense could hold, right? Twist and Cold Zera, that double setup we've seen that before, just wreck everything as you're coming out. We'll see if they can stand up to the challenge here. Again, low on time, Navi executing into it, and Twist coming out with a wonderful triple kill. Didn't even need anyone else. It turned out just the other people were just stand-ins at the moment. 6 seconds now. Bomb. Oh, it actually makes it into the corner. So bomb plant will be going down, and now it's a 2-on-2. How could that happen? They had it lined up. That first kill happens at 16 seconds, and they still get into a 2-on-2 after the triple kill. That is so ridiculous. And now Simple's here. Didn't shoot the gun, just swapped it up. That is... what a round. Did he just scroll off the gun? I don't know what just happened, but it will be FaZe winning the round after almost throwing it away.
I saw in my eyes for a second there, Electronic getting the 1 HP ace clutch. For a second, I believed. I believed in Electronic.
I mean, look at it. Could see why.
Right, this kill is sick. Man, I thought it was going to happen, but they must have known that he was low. Simple. Yep. Feeling a little bit frustrated.
He didn't shoot the gun, right? It looked like he scroll wheeled. Or, I don't know.
Maybe he got caught that way, yeah.
So I don't know. It looked really strange. Really strange. Now double up on the FaZe side.
Well, I wanted to say a cold start for Simple, but I mean, they're all kind of even right now on Navi's side in performance. I guess it's just the thing is that Simple, he's one of those players like Zywoo, Simple, right? They set the bar so high that even when they play well, you're just like, man, Simple's really quiet today. Even though he's like right there with the rest of the team.
Yeah, that is true. That happens a lot. Bromwich, again, doing what he does. Even dying like that, it is still so effective. It's so hard to deal with, right? Gotta be frustrating for Rain, who's definitely playing better, right? But,
yeah, that's an 8th kill for Rain now.
Yeah, he's trending upwards. Olafmeister and Cold Zera over here holding. Bit is now just joining the team, and he's going to be setting up another smoke, another couple of flashes, and then they're going to go straight for the bomb plant. Oh, but they won't. Olafmeister there to shut that down. Great wallbang shot through the coffins, and they're going to have a second crack at it this time. Well, at least no one dies in the attempt. But now, 4 and 3 for the afterplant. Brokey going to be called over. They have a smoke and a Molotov, so... Simple, maybe they could Molotov him out this time. That would be great news. They're going to throw it deep in, and yep, he's already out in front. He already saw that coming. He's just playing one step ahead. Does finally go down. Now it's a 2-on-2, and Navi looking to get up to their 15 rounds here. Perfecto, he's got the right angle, crouching there, just looking for it. And so much time is already off this bomb. It's just seconds away. Bit is going to get smoked off, but he just needs a bit of spray. But Brokey will catch him, and that will be the round for FaZe. That is actually a really interesting retake. So much going on, right? So I love the fact that Simple saw the Molotov coming and just said, I'm just going to play in front of it.
Yeah, and he's just taking that fight, gets in front, swings out. That is just a tough one. That is experience on both sides coming through. And so you see that peek onto Olaf is sick. The follow-up as well. Ooh, he nearly had that shot the first time.
Yeah, it's close.
Imagine he hits that shot the first time. I don't think Brokey kills Simple then, because then Simple can focus on CT and Brokey can't get that free shot in. So, sometimes it's just the finest of margins, and I'm actually really happy we managed to get that on camera, because I thought that it was just a one-on-one with Simple there.
Yeah, I mean, it's true. One little missed shot like that, all it takes in the end. 23rd round, 14-8. Couple of rounds now, 2 in a row. Now, they've both been defuses for FaZe as sort of a measure of how close it can get, right? They have to start winning a couple of rounds here that are just like lockdown rounds where they don't lose too many people, right?
Do you believe, Anders?
In the comeback? Always.
Yeah, correct answer.
I'm always Always a fan of that kind of story.
That's the correct answer. Now, Navi. Navi, I mean, they can certainly get it done here. They did manage to get top banana control very early on, and Faze now, unless they make an information play at around the 55, 50-second mark, which is hard to do, they're going to be in the dark here. They're actually going to be really in the dark. And Cold Zera's thinking that this is going to be B. Ah, man, this is going to be painful.
Well, they cleared out the first part of it. Smoke and then the Molotov over towards the quad side. 40 seconds for Navi, which is a lot of time for them, especially on Inferno. So now what are they going to do? Looks like they're going to try and 3-man wrap this around, get to the hay cart. Electronic will open up. That is a strong way to get started here. Brokey, he saw the gun barrel and just fires the gun, and that might have been a little bit too soon. Didn't get the kill, and now he's alone in here. They're all around him. 20 seconds left, and they are obviously going to be able to find him. Would have been cool if he could have taken someone with him, but even then, I don't think they can win the round. So they're going to be backing out to save what they got, and Navi will get to 15 rounds. And that was a almost like effortless round. That worked really well.
I mean, it has to eventually happen. I'm actually taking a look real quick at the first kill statistics for both of these teams right now, and it's like Navi have to win this eventually. There's 2 first kills for Twist, 1 for Rain, and 1 for Cold. That's what FaZe have got. Now let's go to Navi. 9 first kills on Boomich alone. 3 for Electronic, 3 for Bit, 3 for Simple. So they're almost by default starting rounds ahead of man. Navi.
Man.
So eventually...
What do you do against that?
Yeah, that's nuts. That's across the map, but I mean, it explains the storyline right now where, the scoreline and the storyline right now where Navi are just ahead. Because if you're all constantly getting the first kill in the rounds, you constantly have the advantage. I mean, you're going to win out.
With that jump from Perfecto, actually, I think allowed us some vision over the smoke. He got high enough up there that he could just look down.
And I mean, dude, Navi, it's just, they've got no mercy. Not for FaZe, not for chickens either. How many chickens is that? 10, 16 chickens killed total by Navi. Dude, that's compared to 9 for FaZe.
Okay. So
Monsters.
just killing everything.
They're just killing everything, laying waste.
Maybe they're doing it for the raw meat and the feathers, Samuel. You need that.
Do dinosaurs like chicken?
They do love it. It's dodos, actually, that were murdering that game, but yes, that could be the reason why. 24th round. Man. I mean, that statistic, I think, that's a really good one to bring up, because that does say just so much about why Navi are this far ahead, and really have been for quite a while. So maybe it's just my brain that is broken, that because I keep having this feeling that FaZe. I mean, not so much in the second half, but I just think the first half could have been closer. So maybe I'm just fooling myself at this point in time. Yeah, Navi. I mean, with entries like that, who needs much else? You know, like you're going to be doing pretty well. Twist and Cold Zera are in the A site, and they're going to get tested real soon. And so will Brokey, but he's smoked off. Oh no! Boomich can't. Did the smoke disappear just as he turned? Oh wow, that is some really unfortunate timing, and Boomich is continuing into the bomb site. It doesn't even matter if they start trading here. Oh, nice catch. All of Meister though, and Simple will catch a kill on Rain, and just like that, it's going to be a 16-8 scoreline victory in the end here for Navi. On the first map, at the very least, it's going to be on Inferno, but that's a problem, because FaZe, they probably needed to win this map, right?
I stand by what I said at the beginning of this series. I think that FaZe, in order to stand a chance at winning the whole thing, they needed to get both maps. They needed to win this in 2. So if it goes to a 3rd map, you get into Train, you get into real Navi territory, and it's going to get real difficult for FaZe. And I mean, Boomich ends with 10 opening duel wins. I mean, that's a sick performance from Boomich, leading the way there for Navi. And so, I mean, if you've got individual performances like that already coming in from Navi, and